What's good, people? It's your boy the Kitchen. Now, it looks like this whole Melyssa Ford versus Mandii B situation isn't ending anytime soon. Because just when you feel like it's all died down, these women have moved on, they don't care, one always seems to throw a jab out of nowhere. Now, this all started this afternoon when Ian Dunlap, yes, one of the many mics at the JBP, would tweet that he's ready to come to New York more frequently. Now, obviously, Ian is alluding to being a potential permanent host at the JBP, as the JBP is filmed in New York, New Jersey. So that's what he's alluding to on this tweet. But Mandii would then quote tweet that and say, "Oh wow, you about to be another rotating member on the JBP?" No, I can't lie, I found that a little bit funny. But obviously this is Twitter, so you're going to get trolls and people that like to just start shit for no reason. So somebody would then say in the comments, "Now you know you want Mel's spot." Then Mandii would actually write back and say, "I make more than Mel. I'm nobody's employee. Can y'all drop this narrative?" Which was kind of crazy because Mel didn't say anything. You could have ignored this tweet, but you chose to say something. And it's also very arrogant to just think that you make more money than the next woman or the next person. Why would she think she makes more than Mel? Just because Mel doesn't necessarily show her wealth or show what she has doesn't make her broke. And thirdly, as an employee, there's nothing wrong with being an employee. Like, why are we shaming people for having 9 to 5s? And let's say if everybody worked for themselves, there would be no jobs. We literally need people on the front lines. It's literally what makes this world function. So putting employees down and people that work for you down because you have businesses yourself, you're basically putting down people that work for you, which in my opinion isn't the brightest idea. But hey, she does hang with Joe, and Joe thinks the same. He thinks 9 to 5ers should be exiled from society and shouldn't hang in any space near him. And that's also something else that's kind of crazy as well, because she has a relationship with a lot of those guys on the couch. She has a relationship with Ice. She has a relationship with Ish. They all go out together. Shit, she even has a relationship with Imani. I mean, this girl is mixy. If you look up mixy in a dictionary, her face will pop up. But for real, this isn't the first time that she's come for Mel. I mean, this happened a few months ago. So much so that Imani had to open up a space and discuss why Mandii was hating.
I did have a conversation with Mandii the other day when I saw her at the Need to Know's jump off that they were doing. And the conversation was very simple where I felt like, she was bullying someone who did not want to fight with her, someone who was not looking to engage with her. That was literally all I was saying. I wasn't saying whether she was right or wrong about what she was saying. My whole thing was, why are you going ahead and going at someone who don't want to fight with you? I had no clue that Mandii has been posting about Melyssa since 2010. I didn't know
What
that.
what was the response?
See, I don't. I mean, I want to say what I said, so I would much rather her say what she said. But the response was just different from what I was saying. She didn't feel like she was bullying.
Hmm.
But I had no clue that she was saying things about Mel since 2010, and whether it was attached to her being on a show or not, it still looks away. I want to be very clear in my stance right now. I think Mandii has been hating on Mel for quite some time, and I don't know why.
She want that seat on the couch.
So this isn't something that has just happened out of the blue. This is very well documented that Mandii has been hating for a very long time, and we still don't know the reason. She's even in fact denying it still. So much so that Mel even had to address it a few months back and kind of make it known that, hey, I see you, why are you hating on me?
I mean, you're probably going to find
you talking about the
podcasts
Mandii tweet?
No,
Let's just get out the way.
no, not even. It's in addition to, but yes, absolutely. Oh, by the way, I brought my checkbook since I occupy so much rent-free space in her head. Does anybody have a pen?
No.
Now that was a little pow pow, but I don't think Mel has an issue with Mandy. I think she just sees her as somebody that is just hating out of nowhere and wants her position on that couch. Because before Mel was there, Mandy was all around Joe Button, all around his friend groups, trying to finagle her way into his circle. She made friends with Ice, she made friends with Ish, Parks. She even made friends with Rory and Maul just to get back at Joe for some reason. But what do you guys think? Do you guys feel like Mandy is in fact a hater and has been hating on Mel for a long time? Do you guys feel like she wants that seat on the JBP? Or do you guys feel like this is just content? This is just entertainment? Or is this for attention and clout? Because a few days before this, she had announced that she is indeed launching her own podcast. But hey, I don't know. Two things can be true, I guess. But like I said, let me know in the comments. Till next time, it's your boy The Kitchen. Deuces.
I thought her and Mandy would make for good content. I thought
Now, I ain't gonna lie, that does
her
sound good.
her and Mandy sitting, I think would make for a nice little piece of content.
Okay, so then let's play that out. Y'all can play that out for me. Tell me what you guys would like to see from that interview. What should I talk to her about? What would that interview look like? Is this just like us discussing what our differences with each other? Because we need to acknowledge the fact that I don't know the girl, never met her a day in my life. So there's that. So how would that interview
That
go?
part.
I do
How would
think
that interview go?
I do think for two successful women of two different generations, two different understandings, to be able to put aside whatever nonsense has happened before this and come to some level of understanding on camera. It says a lot. It says a lot to the other women because I know there's this thing of people saying women can't really get along in certain spaces. We see men do it often where, they have a little issue and at some point they go ahead and they piece it up and they sit down and they talk and they hash it out, even if they're not cool after that. I do think it would be an example for other women to see that you don't have to be the greatest of friends or even cool at all, just to be able to sit down and come to some level of understanding of each other.
Um, is that something that happens in male spaces that y'all sit down and hash it out publicly on camera with people you've had public issues with?
Hell no.
Rarely. I,
Okay, so why is that
I,
something that needs to happen for Melissa Ford when it's a one-sided issue?
listen,
Ooh.
listen, I'm just asking.